the membership in operator. So we've covered operators already in this class. Specifically, we covered these 4 types. And we saw then that there were other types of operators. So let's learn another one. It's called the membership operator. There's one in Python. Here's an example of code. What do you think this code does? What is this program doing? I encourage you to pause the video and think through this before you listen to my explanation. Well, simply put, this code is going to run until the user guesses a dog that is in the list of hounds. Right, we have a list of hounds with different types of hounds or dogs. We're asking for a guess from the user, and then we're going to loop in this while loop. And inside the while loop, it'll say you guessed wrong, and then it'll again ask for a guess. So what's going on at that while statement? We have this line, while guess not in hounds. Well, it's kind of obvious actually what it's doing. It's very nice and convenient and easy to read. It's saying, is the guess that the user gave in hounds? If it isn't, then run the loop. And if it is, then great, skip the loop and print out good guess. You won. You guessed a hound that was in the list of hounds. So that's the membership operator. It's fairly straightforward. It's very useful when you're working with lists and other sequences. And here's the syntax of in. You start with an element, then you use the keyword in, and then a sequence. So the element is the thing that you're looking for. You want to see if it is in the thing that you're looking at. So that's the element you're looking for. The in is a keyword. And the sequence can be a list or a string or any sequence. And that's the thing that you're searching in. Is this element in this sequence? And that's what it's going to do. The in operator will check to see if the element is in the sequence. So that's why it's called the membership operator. Is the element a member of this sequence? And it will evaluate to true or false. So it's like a yes or no question. Is the element in the sequence? If so, true. If the element is not in the sequence, false. And that means we can use this anywhere that you might use a conditional. So in an if statement or a while loop, as we saw. You can also combine this with our logical operator not and say not in, and that tests for the absence, as we saw in the previous slide. The guess not in the list, so a guess that was not in the list, that would evaluate to true, which means that the loop would run and we'd ask for another guess. Once the user chose an element that was in the list, then not in that case, would evaluate to true. Would evaluate to false, right? It is in the list. So not in would be false, and it would skip the loop. All right, so not in tests for absence, in tests for in the loop.